Hello? We good? Hello. I'm TRS, aka the Red Sock. I'm gonna be running Valley again for the first time in a while. As usual, have Havard with me to do the talking,
Hey,
as me talking and playing this game is
yeah,
not good.
it's a crazy, crazy boy.
Yeah. So I believe both incentives were met to both play Suitless and also go visit the Cat Castle.
I think so.
Yeah. So for Suitless, I need to in the opening cutscene of the game, just need to fast travel back to the start of the level, and then it'll bug out the game. So you see here he's just in a normal wetsuit, and then after a minute you'll get a power suit. That's like the thing that gives you the crazy movement speed. But if I do this and go back to the start, then it'll not load that suit. It's not really something you see a lot anyways, but it'll mess with me in terms of audio cues not being there anymore and certain visual effects being gone.
Yeah,
And it'll be funny to see a guy flying around in a wetsuit
yeah.
when you do
Instead
save.
of like being in like a weird like mech
Yeah.
enhancement thing.
I was gonna try to do a glitch to where you can see his body without his head for a little bit at the start. Uh, I need to have a good timing on my pause in this cutscene, and then when we unpause, that'll be the start of the timer. Uh, who do we control the timer or?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so who are we ready for time? Yeah. So 3, 2, 1, go. There you can see it a little bit. Uh, yeah. So this first minute and a half of the game is just kind of like a walking simulator. And then we'll get the suit, and then I can Howard can talk about the game and the tech.
Oh yeah, it's a lot to cover. This game came out in 2016 or something. It's like an exploration type game, and it just happens to have movement tech that is actually pretty cool and fun. But the game itself tried to, or like, it's intended to be fast and like running through things fast. But we add some stuff to that. We will talk about that in a second. It's a tech called crabbing, which our good friend Sigve found in the way before times. So right now, instead of running in a straight line, he's just trying to like get up on some collision, actually harder than you think it would be, and just to like skip, absolutely no time at all.
Yeah, most of the time it's you waste 2 seconds trying to save half a second.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, and in this game, it's like 11 something minutes long, the world record that RedSock has, and yeah, 2 seconds is a lot of time to lose. So we're about to walk up to like a weapon crate box with a suit in it, and then we will just forever be really fast, and it's quite crazy.
Yeah, and I can't hear anything, so this will be interesting to.
Yeah, I also cannot hear the game audio, but that's
Yeah, hopefully you can. So now I'm supposed to have a suit, but you can see I'm still in
the
the
wetsuit. Yeah,
wetsuit.
yeah.
So that,
So yeah, already momentum in this game is really strange. So it's almost like vector based. You can kind of as long as you are on going up a ledge and jumping, you can kind of go really a lot further than you should be. And certain ledges are way better for this, like small triangles in the game. So you try to land somewhere to jump from a specific small piece of the landscape to jump again to do again. And I tried, land there and land again. And this is the tech. You jump, you pan 90 degrees away, and then do like a pan with your mouse and the directional keys to get speed this way. So it's almost like a reverse Quake circle jump, essentially.
yeah, and now I got audio, which is good.
Yeah. So here we're out of bounds, and we're doing this to jump to the load trigger in the next level, specifically
Oh, that's not gonna work.
with speed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to time my jump a little bit just after going off the ledge, so I don't lose height when I jump. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Try it again. Need to get enough speed running down this hill, and then jump there. I get better height.
Yeah.
So,
And so yeah, we hit this load trigger while having speed, which is important for the next level, because we will have that speed in memory when we load in. So you just you will land, hold W, and just phew. Yeah. So this level is has a gigantic skip. This is the level where you're supposed to grab double jumping, and double jumping helps you get to a specific like over a big valley ditch kind of thing. But instead of doing that, of course, we're not going to pick up any upgrades, and they're going to be given to us after the level. So Redsock here always wants to try to keep some momentum, because he can keep the momentum all the time with a crab to continue the chain. So he wants to crab a bit. You can see him stopping early because he needs to land somewhere specific. Do it again. Line himself up, land somewhere specific, do it again. And all of these, to do this in a chain, is really difficult. So we land here. You can't land on the rest of this rock, it doesn't work. Yeah, so he wanted to have speed here, but now he's just gonna get the speed back with a crab and hopefully land on the... Ooh! Yeah, okay, oh, nice save. So ideally you want to do this in one motion, but it's really hard to get to the right angle of the rock and then get around this thing. So now it's going to do the same thing. It's going to do like a 180 on the rock to jump up to behind the load trigger, up in
doesn't work.
up in an elevator. And it's you can barely make it if you do it perfectly. And it's really difficult to do.
Well, that's not going to work. Need
Okay,
to get enough height, and it's very narrow.
Yeah, because he has to jump up from the right angle, but that's facing the wrong way. So he needs to then turn right after it.
And if I hit the rock, then I lose all my height.
Yeah, he keeps bonking on the above him.
Yeah, you need to flick
Yeah,
the
yeah.
exact angle.
Yeah, and this skips the entire level. And essentially, you can do it. Essentially, we'll do stuff like this in every level to just not grab the upgrade we need.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. So now he's in the elevator, unlocked all the things, and has double jump. Are you gonna do the elevator skip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when we're in the elevator, it's loud, by the way. You can get stuck, and unfortunately, this is the only bit of RNG in the game, is the elevator putting you out of itself.
Yeah.
Unlucky. So you can just glitch out of it, and it saves time, and it's, when the game is that short, it's mandatory for the record, which is quite unfortunate.
It literally did not fail a single time in any of my practices.
Classic.
Oh, where is it? It's on the other side.
Gotta be turned on. So yeah, so in this level we need to climb this giant mountain, but because we have this like weird vector jumping stuff, and now with the double jump we can extend that angled jump upwards, as long as we have momentum in that direction. So we just want to, we've already skipped half the level, and we're gonna skip the rest of the level by keep going up a slope, using a double jump, and then doing the movement like the crabbing panning motion. You don't lose speed if you run downhill, but you do if you run uphill. So he's jumping up the hill now, and then running down again, doing another crab, landing on a rock, jumping from that, up again, and ooh.
Well, that was weird.
Yeah, that was...
Speed tech.
Yeah. And again, so now we're going to the end of the level, and again, only parts of this mountain work for this. And he times his double jump so that he will land correctly. And here, you're supposed to grab the hookshot upgrade earlier in the level to hookshot and fall down on those rocks. But it turns out rocks break from not falling down on them, but just momentum. So you can come from them sideways. And hopefully we'll see that later. This is a really long indoor level where you're supposed to fight enemies and learn lore. The lore of the game is kind of cool, but too difficult to explain. Canada tried to make nukes out of eggs. Yeah. But instead of going all through this indoor level, like you can imagine, indoor levels in this game aren't that fast, because usually you would just run through like landscapes and go fast that way. So we're just gonna go out of bounds and fall into the end level trigger right here. And hopefully there we go. And now the level's over. And now the run killer of all, killing everything.
Yeah. There's a load remover strat here. You can like quit out and you'll skip some of this elevator falling down, but it's not faster RTA.
Yeah. So this level is called the reactor. We're gonna go and pick up a thing. Oh yeah, usually usually these rails would be like lighting and it would be really cool, but because we did the glitch of not having the suit, which you donated for, you just have no visual or auditory input for anything here. So it looks really weird.
Yeah, your suit has like these magnet rail boots that
Yeah.
you glide across these
Yes,
rails and
yeah.
it like light up blue and electric. But now don't have that, so we're just like floating over this rail.
Yeah, whenever someone plays this game casually, this is the level where they realize how fast you can go, and it's like quite insane. But for speedrunning, this is very boring because there's now 30 seconds of running and nothing's happening. But luckily, there are skips to this. There happens to be many, but the Red Sox is going for the crazy one, and yeah, we're both afraid of it going well. So we're already out of bounds, and we're gonna go to the end of the level. But there isn't really like solid places to stand, so we're just gonna jump on some rocks here. And then we're gonna try to be on the side of this room, but it can easily clip you in bounds again, so he needs to just like be like on a few pixel thin thing and jump out and in again and out and in again. And he has to do this multiple times and avoid getting clipped in or clipped down. And then he will land somewhere to jump to the ending with speed, hopefully. So it's very, very nerve-wracking, this. He hasn't fallen down yet, so that's good. So now it's just the last part of getting to this ledge that has collision. And from there, oh yeah, that's perfect. That deserves a clap, I think, because that's actually really difficult. And here's the end of the level, just fall into the trigger, and that's perfect, yeah. So we were worried about this tricky going bad, then it would have been overestimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now maybe we'll go underestimate.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have the incentives. It'll be someone else's fault.
Jump a bit early there.
Yeah. Again, a really long level, but again, now we have, well, in every level we're supposed to get an upgrade, but we skip them, but we get them when we finish the level. So now we have like the extra fast movement speed, shooty bang bang arms, I guess, or something. So now our max speed is a lot higher. Oh yeah, sorry, loud.
Oh, can I get it? No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So he tried to do a chain where you have to land on specific places and it can go all the way to the end of the level this way. And yeah, imagine if you miss a tiny part of the entire chain, then you miss it. So now it's just trying to find anywhere that is a up ramp, so you can jump up and do a backup.
Okay, let's do the super slow backup.
Yeah, the oldest trick in the book. And in the top left, you can see his that's his energy bar, and he uses that energy to double jump. And the game mechanic is you can like take life from things and use it as fuel, essentially. And that's kind of like how the game works. And eventually the valley would die, and then you die, because you are the valley or something, I don't know. Yeah, we're already at the end of the level. We pick up the magnet boots in this level, and you need them on the right here to get across this, but you don't, you just crab away. And we're already at the end of the level. And in the next section here, there will be these rail sections again, and he will just skip them all by doing some, small ledgy, jumpy stuff. And again, it's a lot harder than it seems because he's that good, so it makes it seem easy. And yeah, so that, yeah. And in this level, we also have those breakable floors at the end, so you'll see him just hopefully at least, run straight past them, and it'll break.
Also, I noticed that my estimate has not been increased, which should have been for the cat castle.
Yeah, no, it's
so,
okay.
Yeah, we'll probably go overestimate because we're spending a minute or two going for that. Like 2 minutes. Yeah.
So here he keeps the speed and lands in that doorway, so we can just skip this section. He's supposed to use the magnet boots that we now have to get across there, but they're really slow. And again, he jumps through the weirdest invisible wall in any video game here. It's not a wall, and it's also not a not wall, so it just works sometimes. So here he jumps into the feet of this statue, and it breaks the rocks. Beautiful speed. Oh, no, yeah. Don't fall down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, and from here we go to visit the cat castle.
We normally would have gone down at rocks to finish a level.
Yeah.
But we need to go to the cat castle.
Yeah, and also, if you look at the top left, you see how like there's like this vine of stuff. That's his life, essentially. If he were to die now, the game would be like a game over, because the valley is like dead, and if you die, you take life from the valley. So it's just finding some ledges here and trying to get, yeah, perfect. And so this is a Easter egg. This is one of the devs' cats inside a castle. And yeah, we showed this off at multiple marathons. Did we ever get a reply from the devs?
Yeah, he wrote that in the YouTube comments of the, I think the GDQ run, of that it was the name of the cat. I don't remember it. But yeah, it's one of the developers' cat, and it was sort of like, I think, a mascot or something for the team or whatever. And they put it here, and it's like it's castle that you cannot get to without knowing the speed tech.
Yeah, like we have legitimately no idea how they intended. Like, there's a lot of secrets in this game. It's kind of like a find funny stuff, or not funny stuff, but like lore things. You go around and find stuff. It's like that kind of game. But this is like not reasonable for anyone to find at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, we found it because we found tech.
So let's finish the run and fall into the hole.
Yeah.
Boom. So that's how you would normally break it, by falling down like that, going up the stairs and then jumping down, and the rocks would break the intended way. But yeah, you can just zoom.
Be fast enough and just zoom.
So now I need to jump as I load in to get on top of this.
So he jumped off air there, because for some reason you can just do that if it's early, like close enough to a load. He has to hit this tree inside of here. We can get through this wall in other ways, but it's essentially impossible to do. And it's probably slower, unless you're, I don't know. Could maybe figure it out one day. But. Yeah, so this is the level where we get water running boots. But guess what? Once again, we're just gonna go to the end of the level because we have so much freedom of movement in this game. There's barely any invisible walls anywhere. Oh no, that's okay. You can get the speed back.
Yeah.
So in front of us is this facility thing that we'll go into, which is the last level of the game. And we're just going to go here on the edge of the loaded map world, gather speed, hopefully never lose this speed, and jump on a piece of geometry, do a crab of it, not hit the roof of the inside of the world, and snipe here into the end of the level, where you're supposed to need the water running boots to get past. But again, movement tech solves all. Yeah, and we're in the last level of the game. But last level of the game is actually like kind of 2 levels, where a lot of things are supposed to happen, and this is where all the lore takes place. And it's like this is probably like a good half-hour, 40-minute section of the game if you play it normally, I'd say. Maybe I have to just do it again. Yeah. So he tried to just do a chain to jump off this railing and just fly into the door, but he bonked a tiny bit, and then now he has to.
Let's go like here and
yeah, get up again. There we go. Yeah, this is where you figure out like what an enemy, or like what the enemies are, and like all the lore happens, but no time to explain. But you can go.
Yeah, I was considering like maybe we should add an incentive to like actually do the boss battle.
Oh yeah,
at some
yeah.
point.
Do what's her name even? Karuga or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's what we call her.
Yeah.
It's just like 3D bullet hell.
Yeah, and but either way, there's the boss fight, and we will definitely skip it like we do the rest of the game. So this level is split up to multiple levels. Essentially, we infiltrate the facility, and the next one is where we have blown it up and have to escape. But turns out that the end level trigger is loaded in this version. So he's now gonna sneak out of bounds here, and he's gonna do a chain to launch himself all the way to the end of the game. And this is very hard to do if you aren't good enough to do crabbing. So, oh, we get the light on. Nice. So now he's gathered speed and gathered height, and is trying to maintain this to go all the way outside of under the lake that the last cutscene is in. And he'll run to the end. And now there's like 10 more seconds until time.
Yeah, time in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So. And I'm really bad at knowing where I can go in when the light's on like this.
Yeah.
Here we go, it's correct. So time in 3, 2, 1, and time.
Hey!
Yeah, it's fast game.
Very good game. Played.
That run was overestimated.
Well, we can blame the incentives.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. You did the reactor, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. A pretty good run.
Hopefully the devs actually aren't lying this time and there will be some more Valley.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They like teasing things
Yeah.
on Twitter.
And it's always a multiplayer game that isn't Valley.
Yeah.
And it always hurts. But maybe.
Yeah, maybe this time. Yeah, don't have much more to showcase. If you find the run interesting, you can find the Discord on speedrun.com, and we'll be happy to help anyone learn it. And
Well,
that's me. Thanks for having me. See you around.
Thank you for the run, y'all. That was really awesome to see. I didn't get a chance to sneak any word in because you guys were just
Yeah, it's very
nonstop
fast,
from
yeah.
the beginning. We did get a couple of donations while you were doing that run, so let me quickly get those out of the way because I believe some of these are for the game you just ran.
Yeah.
Soil Snort Supreme says, "How much salt does the crab put in his spaghetti? Just a pinch." And they donated 69 of the NOK. Also, Alexander Alex, I believe that is Go Leuven. Greetings from Mold. Been a busy weekend. 2 local events and this speedrun event online all at the same time. Risky Dishonored Strats ? And that was 200 NOK that got donated. And then lastly, during It Takes Two, we had 69 NOK donated from Miss Nordic that says Snowball Fight. But thank you so much for the run. We're going to head over to our intermission while we get the next run ready. So we'll be right back.